Hi there and welcome back to the channel Life of Bob on another Walks for All Ages from the Walk for All Ages book 20 Circular Walks in South Yorkshire by Carol Birkinshaw. Today we are doing walk number 3, which is a walk in the Rivelin Valley. The Rivelin Valley is one of my favourite haunts. And what we're going to do today is the walk that's in here. Now the walk starts here at Rails Road, which is at the top end of the Rivelin Valley Trail, and it's going to take us up onto the hills on there, so we'll get a nice view of the valley, and then it drops down further down the valley, and then we walk back up the river to return back here. So quite a straightforward walk. So the walk's going to take us along the Rivelin Valley. So I'll give you a little bit of the basics of the walk. It's about 5 miles. Gradient, gradual ascent of the Rivelin Valley and then descend to the river, the return leg along the valley floor. Severity is down moderate, and I think that's because some of the we're going to be on some of the sloping woodland tracks up at the top. Approximate time for the walk is 2.5 hours. Path description: good tracks and woodland paths, but care required near steep edges descending to the Rivelin Valley and crossing main roads. We're starting here at Rails Road car park. There's parking here on there. Now you can of course obviously start the walk halfway around, but I've decided to come and start here. Dog friendly, yes, but then it says to take care near steep edges. There aren't any public toilets. And the nearest food is the Valley Garden Centre en route, and the Rivelin Valley Cafe, which is about halfway round and a bit further, slightly off the route there. So altogether, not a bad route, I don't think. I've walked parts of this before, so I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. It's what time is it? It is now. It's now 10 to 11 on Tuesday the 14th of April. So 10 to 11. So we'll see how long it takes. Theoretically it says 2.5 hours, so it should get us back here about whatever that is, half one-ish. And I hope you enjoy it. As I say, what I tend to do on these walks is I tend to film all of it and fast forward the film through the more boring bits, I suppose. That way you can see all the paths, and you're not just seeing the paths when I actually talk to the camera. I'll probably talk about stuff on the way back. I'll be passing quite a lot of the dams coming back up there, so what I'll do, I'll stick some information panels up on about the dams as we come back. But let's crack on, and we'll see how we get on. So we start off by going onto the public footpaths and start top of the Rivelin Valley Trail. So we'll head along here, but then we cut across and we're going to actually head up towards the top side of the valley on the right hand side as you walk down. So it'll be it's a little bit of an ascent once we've crossed the river. So we are at the top end of the Rivelin Valley. And we see here one of the many weirs that are on the river. On there, so we've got a little bit broken on there. We've got the weir there, and over here, which I'll probably put a little circle around it. There's a little gap in the wall there, which is the head goit for one of the dams that's further down, but we're not going to see that yet. We'll see that a bit on the further. We'll see that a little bit more when we come back up from the river. But this way. So this first fork in the path that we hit, and we leave the river behind for a while, and we start heading up onto the valley side, and we start by heading up here towards Manchester Road. So we're here up on Manchester Road now. So we just wander up the road slightly here, and we're going to take the path across the road just there. So the valley's starting to open up a bit more now. So there we've got a nice view over the hills to Stannington and beyond. I mean, there are lots and lots of footpaths and paths through this area. So, you know, if you get a good map, you can explore this area quite well. And we're following the contours of the hill now, I think. So, just looking back, we've got the hill on our right. That's an interesting little alcove. I wonder what that was for. Oh, yeah, there's a little brook and stream up there, so there'd be a brook coming down there which would go across, which would probably follow this area here and then come across to here probably somewhere, but I don't know where. But there you go. And then you've got another path down the river, down the hillside there. But we're going to crack on a little bit further along here. So this is probably actually the most challenging part of it, is walking up the hill to here. And to be honest, it's not been too bad. The road is a bit on the rough side, the path a bit rocky, but overall pretty flat. So yeah, it's not too bad a walk, this one. I've walked up and down the Rivelin Valley a few times by the river, I've never really come up onto this side of the hills much at all. Did a couple of times. The other week I came up here just to see what it was like, and yeah, it's not too bad. Like I say, the paths are reasonably okay. I mean, for me the challenge is that I've got a bit of angina, so I do have to take it a little bit easy. But it's not too bad actually. I've got my my under the tongue spray, which I tend to spray before I start walking up hills nowadays, and that seems to keep everything in order. So we'll carry on up this road here. I always find it interesting that on these big steep hills you still have these walls that are on the side, which were obviously, I mean, probably a couple of 100 years old, those walls, you know. But yeah, let's crack on up the carry on up the path. There's a bench if you need a rest when you get to this part. Now, according to the directions, it says here, right, just before a house, which is up there, and 2 redundant gate posts, which, yeah, they're pretty much redundant. Veer left along a short narrow ledge below the house, which and then we descend steeply down to Manchester Road. So this bit's probably a little bit on the dodgy side. It's quite a dryish day today, but we have had a lot of rain, and I would think that this is a bit more treacherous in rain. Let's just sort of see if I can tilt that down so you can see what the paths are like. Yep, so yeah, not the easiest of paths to get down, I've got to admit. So I'm going to take this nice and steady. Lots of tree roots to trip over if you're not careful. Okay, that's got us down there. Right, so let me just readjust the camera up a bit. Still recording, that's good. And away we go. So it is now, what time is it? How long have we been going? It is now 11:30. So we've been going for about 40 minutes at this point. So yeah, not bad. Oh, nice little rock outcrop just there. And there, looking over the hillside. We'll crack on. Oh, that's a house, isn't it? Be a place to live. What an absolutely gorgeous view to have. There's some little birdies in the tree. Yeah, so this one's a little bit narrow, on the narrow side. The path's sort of compressed mud as well, so it could be a bit slippy on there. And you are right at the edge here. So yeah, quite a, what a view though, eh? Look at that. I think what I can see there, so there's a farm there, and there's the old pub up there. There's a pub over there called the Rivelin, which has not been in for many years, but it's supposed to be good. Just below us here there's riding school as well, which is quite good. So anyway, we'll crack along here, and this should descend us back down to Manchester Road. I would say have a good pair of trainers or a decent pair of walking shoes, I think, to do this walk, because the paths, I say, have been very rocky and very uneven, so a good pair of shoes for this walk. Yeah, and I say, take it easy, especially on this bit. You wouldn't want to come down here too quick because there's no handrails. So we're back down onto Manchester Road. We cross the road here and walk along the road a little bit. And here we are at the Valleyside Garden Centre and Cafe. So you know, if you're desperate for a coffee at this point, I think you can go into the cafe here. And we'll just have a look over here. Now this building on my right, or my left here, used to be a really nice pub. Obviously it isn't now, it's now private residence. But it used to be a really good pub. It used to have good live music, jazz, folk, all sorts. Many years ago that was. Right. So we're in the Cross Pool area of Sheffield now, but here we go off the path here and away from the road and back following the side of the Rivelin Valley. There's a couple of benches, which is really nice. I'm just going to sit here and have a drink of water, I think. And you can enjoy the view in front of you while I do that. It talks about coming over a couple of stiles, but it doesn't look like the actually fields that it's on either side of is actually in use, so a stile that you don't have to go over. So we walk up this road a little bit before we then cross over into Woodland again. I'm going to diverge from the book instructions here. The book tells you to go straight on, where the book tells you to go straight on, where you will then meet up with Hagg Hill, and you can walk down Hagg Hill, which is a road, which even though it's quite a narrow road, is quite busy. So I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to actually go left here. And this path actually goes down the hill parallel to Hagg Hill, and so we'll come down here and we'll join Hagg Hill a bit further, well actually right down near the bottom actually. In fact, I think this actually does connect directly with Rivelin Valley Road, so down here. So we're coming off the hill, we're coming off the valley side now, and we're making our way down to the river, and then once we're at the river we'll follow the river back upstream to Rails Road car park. So we are back at Rivelin Valley Road. Across the road here. Oh, right. Yeah, so that little diversion just it meant we didn't have to walk down the road that we can see there, which isn't very pleasant. So let's walk along here now. Right, so we don't now make our way down past the allotments. So now back down by the river. It is now, what time is it? It's now 12:32, so I've been going for about just under 2 hours. So yeah, I would have probably got here about 20 minutes earlier, but I had to go back and film another section. But yeah, so here now back at the River Rivelin. Now we're going to be going up the river that way. If you go down the river that way and down the path there, about 5 minutes walk from Rivelin Cafe. So you know, if you're desperate for a drink at this point, I would definitely say do a bit of a detour and go down there for about 5 minutes, where you'll find the cafe. It's a really good cafe. I'm going to go in there later, but at the moment, so what we're going to carry on up the river. And now it's just a matter of following the river all the way back up to the car park where we started. And here we have one of the sites of one of the old mills. The Rivelin Valley, from where we started this walk all the way down to here, and all the way down to the River Loxley for that matter. It's about 2 and a bit miles, about 3 miles, and there were something like 20 wheels in this area. This was one of them. You can at the back there you can see the area where the at the back there, in that area there, that you can just about make out is where the wheel would have been, and under all the undergrowth here, you probably can't see it very well here, but there are sort of ridges, and that's where the I think where the troughs would have been for the wheels. So this was Holme head wheel. So yeah, if I sort of just can sort of focus on that, I don't know if that helps at all. But yeah, so that was that. So yeah, so there would have been this area here, and of course up here would have been the mill pond, which is very much silted up, but there's a little bit of water in there, but it's mostly silted up now, so not really much good for anything. Obviously from the wildlife it's brilliant. You've got sort of here, you've got one of the sluice gates that would have controlled the level of the pond, and that would have gone into the river behind us. So on our left here is the Holme head wheel head goit, the channel that took water to the pond. Just about here, literally just above the head goit for the Holme head wheel, you got the London wheel. Now there's absolutely nothing really left of this. So this would have been the Nether Cut Wheel. The pond here is really good, but there's absolutely no remnants of the actual mill houses, the mill buildings. but we do have this wonderful pond. So in one of my first videos on this channel a couple of years ago, I walked from here all the way down to, actually no, a bit further up actually. I walked down the river from here to where it joins the River Loxley, and showed a lot of the ponds and the wheel areas on there. So it's have a look at that if you want to see a bit more about the lower part of the Rivelin Valley. I say we're going to be heading up here now, so we need to cross the river and follow the river back up the upstream. So let's have a quick look here though. So we would have had a wheel here. So this is where the wheel would have been. And here would have been where the mill was. So let's keep going. Now unfortunately, about a couple of years ago, in fact just over a couple of years ago I think, there was quite a bad storm, and a very large tree on the bank on our left came down, and in doing so actually took out quite a chunk of the path, where you can see this very, very large rock and no path. This is essentially where the tree fell, and I say it did destroy this part of the path. So yeah, so there is actually a diversion from the road which takes you along the road above us on our right, but if you're feeling reasonably brave you can probably get through this bit. But yeah, it breached the head goit here. And I say all this was part of the path at the top before, so bit of a tricky bit of the path this. Oh, I say it was one of the big mature trees that came down. Oh. Oh. Right, but now past that bit, now we can carry on. So here we're at the Hind Wheel. Oh. Okay. So there's a little information thing. Hind Wheel water wheels have worked here since 1581. By the 1820s there were 2 water wheels, each driving 6 grinding wheels. Bent over these wheels, men ground cutlery to shape, and in the 1830s 6 of the 12 grinding wheels were used to shape metal inserts for women's corsets. There you go. The water wheels were working until the 1920s. Unfortunately, there's no sign of any buildings here anymore, but there is a very, very nice wheel dam, and it's actually quite popular with fishermen. So here's the weir that would have captured the water for the pond. Not much of a head goit here. It almost goes straight into the pond. So we head a bit further up here. Plonk wheel. Okay. So there would have been a wheel here as well. So here's the site of Swallow Wheel. Now all you might see is a bit of a shallow in this area here, and then there's a bank just there. Well, the bank there would have been the wall of the dam, so the wheel would have been somewhere in that area. Again, there's not really an awful lot to see for this, which is the case with a lot of the wheels. If you go rooting, you can find stuff, but yeah. So yeah, here's where the weir would have been. You can just see some of the evidence of the weir here at this area here. But the main part of the weir's collapsed, and now the river just goes down, and no water is diverted at all. So this would have been Wolf Wheel. So here we have yet another weir, and this is the outflow and the head goit going down to the pond that we just saw, the one that was all silted up. We'll crack on. So there used to be a path across here which has gone, obviously been washed away in storms, so I've got to go on a little detour. Okay, here we are at Upper Coppice Wheel, and it says here the first mill was built in 1736 for the Duke of Norfolk. By 1794 there were 9 grinding wheels for shaping cutlery and razors. In 1854 Samuel Fox, who started the Stocksbridge Steel Works, was making wire here. The outflow of water from the nearby Rivelin mill ran to Coppice Wheel through a tunnel which can still be seen upstream. So here's where the wheel would have been. So you would have the outflow for the pond here, and you would have had a wheel in just about here. And in the space, roughly where these posts are, you would have had the grinding wheels. And then you've got a tunnel there that goes down to the second Coppice Wheel. So here we are back where we started, up at Rails Road car park, and that's the end of the walk. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. Quite a long one. It is now set off here at 10:50. It is now 13:55, so it's taken me just over 3 hours, but I lost 20 minutes because I had to go back and film something because the battery went. So yeah, not a bad walk at all, that one. Reasonably good paths, a bit dicey up on the top when you're coming down because it's a bit muddy and lots of tree roots, but otherwise a decent walk. So yeah, just remind you, this was one of my walks from this book here, the book Walks of All Ages. So this was the Rivelin Valley walk. So if you've liked that one, do please consider liking and subscribing. Liking and subscribing helps the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Next walk will probably be the next one in the book is Sheffield Tinsley Canal, but I did that recently, so I might actually do the Bolsterstone and Whitwell Moor walk, which if you want to follow me on that one, as well as pressing subscribe, don't forget to press the notification bell, because then that will let you know when I actually release the next video. So I'm jiggered now, so I'm going to go and get myself some lunch, a bit of a late lunch. I'm going to drive down to the cafe. I'm not walking down, it's about 2.5 miles. But yeah, so I'm going to walk down, get myself a coffee. Well, I'm going to drive down, get myself a coffee and some lunch, and I'll see you next time.